Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of The Left Side View with me, Amitabh, and my partner in crime, Rahul. So, in this episode, we will be previewing the weekend matches that's going to take place in the top five European leagues. So, as usual, we start with the Premier League. The first match we have is Brighton against Liverpool, the lunchtime kickoff. Um, Brighton have actually lost their form of late, and Liverpool just need to win. So I still see an easy victory for Liverpool, even though Brighton's style of play is actually quite close to Liverpool's, but then the gulf in the talent of the personnel, I think it will just show over 90 minutes. 3-0 Liverpool. Rahul?
Yeah, 2-0 Liverpool.
Then we have Brentford against Burnley. Two teams that are basically in a relegation scrap. At home, Brentford. I still think that Burnley would try to eke out a point here, but Brentford for sure would be going out for all three. And I think Brentford will win this 1-0. Rahul?
Yeah, it's a potential six-pointer, I guess. What you would call potential six-pointer. Ooh, I predict a draw.
Okay. Okay. So there are only three matches on Saturday. The tea time kickoff is Manchester United against Spurs. I mean, both the teams have flattered to deceive. I mean, deceived more than flattered, quite frankly. Um, but I still think, I mean, I have always maintained that speed, pace is so important in football, and Tottenham seem to have that. So I think they should start as favorites. I mean, my most likely result is a draw here, a 1-1 or a 2-2, followed by Tottenham winning, and finally the least likely result is Man U winning. Rahul?
I I was actually leaning towards a draw, but I don't know why. But I'm now thinking Spurs are gonna win it, man. I think the fact that United didn't get Conte will play a part. I think he would want to prove something to United. I mean, the fact that he was available, but they didn't go for him. It still baffles me, to be honest. I mean, obviously, I'm glad as well that they didn't go for him, but at the same time, it still baffles me. 2-1 to Spurs. I mean, we just have to like go back to last season. I think when they won 6-1, when Solskjaer and Mourinho were there. So yeah, I think they will continue their winning streak at Old Trafford.
Okay, so on Sunday we have the blood money against the good money, Chelsea versus Newcastle, with only 28,000 people allowed, the season ticket holders in the stadium, and I guess plus whatever Newcastle supporters have bought the tickets already. So I would really love that all the noise that has been going around does not affect the performance of the team, and they kind of rally like they did last night. Uh, but then I also have my doubts that it will happen. So I don't know. I think this will be a draw, quite frankly. I hope Chelsea wins, but given the upsurge in the form of Newcastle and again all the distractions that we are facing, I somehow think this will be a draw. Rahul?
2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay. Everton against Wolves. Everton at home. Wolves fresh off winning 4-0, even though it was against Watford. Um, I mean, Everton have to win this if they have to start climbing up the table. 1-0, 1-0 victory to Everton. Rahul?
Yeah. 2-0 Everton. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2-0 Wolves, but let's go with 2-0 Everton.
Okay, talking of potential six pointers, Leeds against Norwich. I think Norwich are already doomed, but that just makes this match much more important for Leeds because everybody has been taking points of Norwich, and if Leeds are unable to do so, they are just deeper into the mire. At home, even though they lost at home to Villa last night, I think Leeds should win against Norwich. Even though Norwich should take heart from the second half performance against Chelsea, but 2-1, 2-1 to Leeds. Around.
So you're backing Leeds to win their first point under Marsh.
Yeah, they have to sometime or the other.
Yeah, I think. I mean, obviously, if they can't do it in this match, then yeah, it's going to be really difficult for them. So yeah, a victory for Leeds as well. I also predict that.
Then we have West Ham against Aston Villa. This is uh, this is a this is a draw. This is a draw, man. 0-0. Yeah, sticking my neck out. 0-0. I mean, that is a bolder prediction than the match being a draw. Rahul?
Yeah, 2-1, 2-1 West Ham. I think they would want to keep that behind the loss against Sevilla behind with them. So plus, like I said, I think with Sevilla, I think Sevilla are more of a cup team, whereas West Ham are more like a league team. So yeah, especially in the league, like they do well under Moyes. I think 2-1 West Ham.
Okay. And finally, we have Arsenal against Leicester. I so hope this match is a draw or Leicester win, but yeah, let's go for a draw. Let's go for a draw. 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could agree, but yeah, I think the Arsenal juggernaut will roll on. Arsenal will win. I hope they don't, but yeah, they will. That's what I think.
Okay, we move on to La Liga now. We have Atletico Madrid against Cadiz tonight. So they have a 24-hour, more than a 24-hour rest period over Manchester United before their clash midweek. Atletico have to win. Atletico win this 2-0 round.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've turned around a corner, I think. So yeah, 2-0 Atletico, yeah.
Okay, so on Saturday we have Villarreal against Celta Vigo, one of the chasing pack. I mean, two of the chasing pack teams squaring off against each other. I don't know how much difference the result of this match will make, and what is the heights that both the teams can achieve. But I think Celta will win this. Quite frankly, I think Celta win this. 2-1 maybe.
Yeah, even I have a feeling that Villarreal will drop points in this match. I don't know why. Maybe they'll have an eye on their match against Juventus. Um, mm-mm. I think I predict a draw. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to Sunday, Rayo Vallecano against Sevilla. Let me just see.
Let me give you my
Vallecano
prediction.
13th in the table. Huh, Rahul?
Let me give you my prediction first, I think. So
Yeah, yeah,
obviously,
please.
like you would expect Sevilla to, but their away form is so poor.
Yeah.
A draw. I think a draw.
Okay, okay. So just to hedge our bets so that we can say that we predicted right, let me go for a Sevilla win.
All right.
Then we have Betis against Bilbao. Again, Betis getting unstuck at a very wrong time in the season. There's no good time to be in bad form, but this definitely is not, because there's not a lot of room for catch up. At home against Bilbao, I think this is a draw again. Betis to lose more points. Rahul?
I think it's gonna be a draw, but yeah, like I'll stick my neck out on this one. I think this one will be a nil-nil.
And finally, we have Barcelona against Osasuna. Osasuna 11th in the table. I don't know if that matters a lot these days, but at home at the new camp, Barcelona should win this. But still, I think this will be a difficult win, maybe a 1-0 or a 2-0. Rahul?
Yeah, I think the corresponding fixture actually ended in a 2-all draw. But we've got to talk about the form that overall Barcelona have displayed at least since the start of the year. I think they're the team that have taken the most points in La Liga since the beginning of 2022. I think, yeah, I think they'll win. Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
And on Sunday, we have Mallorca against Real Madrid. Real Madrid to win. But
Yeah,
a difficult win and 2-1.
yeah, I think it depends, I think, in a way, on the team that they put out. If after the exploits against PSG, maybe Ancelotti decides to maybe rest some players, uh, then it could be a little different. Otherwise, the team would be full of confidence for this match. A difficult victory, but yeah, even I predict a victory, a 2-1 victory.
Okay, moving on to the Bundesliga, we have Hoffenheim against Bayern Munich. Do you see Bayern converting their Champions League form back to the domestic league as well, Rahul?
I actually do. I think so. This is actually the club I think where Nagelsmann started his managerial career. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. A 3-2 victory for Bayern Munich.
Okay. Um, okay, we have Dortmund against Armenia Bielefeld. Dortmund's match last week was postponed. Uh, so a couple of weeks of rest. Good for them. I think they should win this one at home. Rahul?
Yes, I think, but for some reason I have a feeling that it will be a KG affair. Maybe because they didn't really play 1 week, so maybe they'll take some time, to catch up. Uh, for some reason, I just have this feeling that they'll be a little rusty or KG. So yeah, I predict a Dortmund victory, but a 1-0 victory. And
Okay.
on top of that, I think even Haaland is back. So I'm not really sure if he will start or he will be on the bench, but I do expect to see him. But again, this game will be used only as a game to, ease him into fitness. But having said that, I still predict a 1-0 victory for Dortmund.
Okay, and finally we have SPVGG Greuther Fürth. I think they're at the bottom of the table against Leipzig. Now Leipzig sort of had an off in midweek, so a welcome break for them. I think they win this one even if it's away from home. I don't know, 2-0 or 3-0 maybe. Rahul?
Yeah, I think they need to because they dropped points at home last week against Freiburg, so they need to win this match. I think so. Yeah, I think that was just one off. I think other than that, they've been pretty good under Tedesco since the winter break. So yeah, I also predict a victory for Dortmund. Sorry, for Leipzig, especially with the form that someone like Nkunku is in. Yeah, 2-0 victory for Leipzig.
Yeah. So moving on, we go to the Serie A now. On Saturday we have Sampdoria squaring off against Juventus and Milan against Empoli. Around your views?
Yeah, I think AC Milan would be again full of confidence after victory over Napoli in Naples. So, and Empoli, we've already talked about them. Like in the second half of the season, they have just dropped off. So, yeah. Uh, and yeah, I think it's gonna be AC Milan to continue with this winning streak. They will stay at the top of the league, top of the table, and yeah, it's gonna be AC Milan to win this match. When we talk about the Sampdoria versus Juve match, I think again Juventus will have one eye on their game against Villarreal in the Champions League. So for this match, uh, it I just have a feeling that this is actually the match wherein we see Juventus drop points because of the constant injuries that they have accumulated. I think we were a little surprised with their 1-0 victory last week. But I think if they continue to play the same players, continue to burn out the same players, it could be a bit of a struggle, I think. And yeah, um, it. I just have a feeling that even Sampdoria have been on a downward slump. So this could be a draw for some reason. This could be a draw. The Sampdoria versus Juventus game.
Okay, I think both. Yeah, let me go for the easy option. I think both the favorite teams will win, Juventus and Milan. Let's see. On Sunday we have Verona against Napoli, Atlanta against Genoa. Your views here, Rahul?
So I think Atlanta, if I remember correctly, I think Atlanta drew 0-0 against Genoa in the corresponding fixture. But yes, on this match, I think for some reason I do feel like Atlanta will get back to winning ways. They have been a little. I think they lost last weekend as well against Roma. So yeah, this is just a game that they need to win to get back on track. Whereas Genoa are these new draw specialists under their manager Alexander Lesson. But I still feel that Atlanta have enough to overcome Genoa in this match. A 1-0 victory for Atlanta. Other than that, this is actually a pretty good match to talk about Verona versus Napoli. Whereas for Verona, you've got Giovanni Simeone, who is in such a good form. They drew against Fiorentina last week. Whereas Napoli, they will be full of, passion, revenge, whatever you want to call them. That after their loss at home to AC Milan, this is actually a match that could go anywhere. This I wouldn't be surprised if Verona were to nick it, but still, I would go with the easier prediction here, and I would predict the favorites. That is Napoli to get over the line and get back on track in terms of the title race. A 2-1 victory for Napoli and a 1-0 victory for Atlanta.
Okay, so the next two matches are Udinese against Roma and Torino against Inter. I think the only saving grace for Inter was now, apart from the second leg semi-final of the Coppa Italia, they also have one game per week to concentrate on. So Mourinho will be back in the dugout and in the home competition. Let's see if that disrupts the results that they have got when he was away. Torino against Inter. I think this is a draw, quite frankly. I think this is one more goof up by Inter. And I think the Roma match is, I think both of them are draw. Rahul?
I think both will I think yeah, the favorites will win here as well. I think Roma to win and Inter Milan to win. I think Inter Milan especially because like they only have this Serie A where they can focus. I mean, obviously they've got Coppa Italia as well against AC Milan, but then now that they're out of the Champions League, they would want to put that right. And even like you said before, they got out of the Champions League, but then they had a good match. I think if not for the red card, they probably would have taken it to extra time. So yeah, and in a way, in their last two matches, the strikers have actually found the scoring boots, even in the final 5-0 victory over Salernitana and now the 1-0 victory over Liverpool. I think they're going to win. For Roma as well, I think a lot of the players were back now from injury as well. Mourinho is going to be back as well in the dugout. The only catch could be that they had a trip to Vitesse in Conference League where they won 1-0. I think a 1-0 victory for Roma.
Okay, and finally we have Lazio, Venezia against Lazio on, let me just.
Yeah, it's Lazio versus Venezia.
Lazio versus Venezia on Monday. Yeah, Lazio to win this one 2-0.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Yeah, I think Lazio will win this one.
Okay, so before we wrap up, the final match that we would like to preview is PSG against Bordeaux, top against the bottom in the league. Rahul, do you see an upset here?
No, I think maybe there were more chances of an upset if PSG had gone through in the Champions League, but the fact that they were knocked out, I don't think that would happen. Uh, yeah, man, I think Bodo could be in for a ride now in this match. PSG to win could be 4-0, 5-0 as well.
I don't know. I have a feeling that PSG is going to do something very rash. Okay, let's go for a draw. Let's go for a draw, and obviously unexpected draw.
Okay.
Okay, so anything you'd like to add, Rahul?
Man,
Okay. Okay. So with that, we come to the end of the preview episode, guys. Thank you so much for your time, and please do let us know what your views are on our views. And yeah, happy football and have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.
all right, guys.